Hi guys, this is Karen. Welcome to another video. Today I want to share with you the starter kits for beginners. It can be beginners in all ages. Some begin at their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. It doesn't really matter your age, just your skin type. That's the most important thing. So we're going to start. I'm going to show you the drugstore option for startup kit according to me, and let's just get started and stop all the unnecessary talks. Okay. First of all, I want to apply some lip balm to my lips because they're very dry. This is great from Wet n Wild. This series is great. I have two shades. This one is in clear and I have another one which is a pinky. They come like this. The only thing I don't like about it is the packaging, because once you opened, no returns. But other than that, the formula is really good. It really hydrates your lips. And the clear one gives your lips some shine, but of course no color. Let's just get started. First of all, I have this one from Essence. This is a primer. Now, primers, and this one is just a Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer, hydrating and smooth base. If you have dry skin or combination skin, then definitely you need a primer to give your face some hydration. But if you just finished your skincare routine and you applied your moisturizer, you applied your sunscreen, you don't need another primer. You don't need a primer. But it all depends on your specific skin needs. Again, if you're dry skin or combination, I do recommend going with a hydrating primer. It will help you a lot, especially if you're not applying the makeup right after you moisturize your face. After your skincare routine is finished and you are now starting to apply your makeup, and there have been, what, 10 minutes, then there's no need for the primer. For example, I did my makeup at 7 a.m. I went for a walk and I had my breakfast and I even baked bread. That wasn't that great. And now it's 12:30. So I really need some hydration to my face, and I'm talking and I need to apply it because it's been a while since I hydrated my face. I have combination skin, mainly dry, mature skin, so I do need any drop of hydration to my skin. If you're oily, you can skip the primer. Skip the primer or use a pore filling primer if you have enlarged pores. That's usually for oily skin. Oily people have large pores. You can use a pore filler. After we primed, we need to let it set a bit. It's still wet on my face. If I will go over it now with the foundation, they will not marry together that well. So I'll show you the foundation I'm recommending. This is by Maybelline, 24 hours Super Stay Active. No, it's Super Stay Active Wear 30 hours. Sorry. Their last version was a 24-hour. This is 120. Classic Ivory is my shade. So my face kind of dried up by now. I am going to shake it a bit. What just happened? I don't know. And take one pump on the back of my hand. I'm using a damp sponge. You can use a brush. I just ordered a new brush for makeup from Real Technique. I'm waiting for it to arrive. I ordered it on iHerb. This one also I think I ordered on iHerb. This foundation. But this is not a iHerb peach or anything like that. Just FYI, I need more, so I'm taking more on the back of my hand and I'm tapping the sponge. So foundation, I think that again it depends on your skin type, so you can go for a tinted foundation or tinted moisturizer. There are so many in the market, or a BB cream or a CC cream if you don't want full coverage, because usually tinted skin tints it's so difficult to say skin tints. I don't know, skin tints usually give very low to sheer coverage. And again, it all depends on your needs, on the status of your skin. Do you need coverage? Do you like coverage? Do you want people to see your skin underneath? Do you want to hide everything? If you want to hide everything, then you need maybe to use 2 coats from this specific foundation, because this foundation gives you light to medium coverage. If you want more coverage, you can see here, you can still see my dark spots, you can still see my skin, but it gives me an even tone all around. Because for me, I have dark spots, I have redness, and I want everything to have the same canvas color. So I will have a blank canvas, but the canvas will be unified. So this is, for me, the idea of the foundation. There are days that I don't want coverage, there are days that I want coverage. It also depends on your everyday needs. What do you want from the foundation? What do you want from the skin tint to do? What do you want from the CC or the BB cream? There are so many options today. So go with foundation if you want light to medium coverage. If you want less coverage, then I think tint is, I have here a tint from Colourpop. This is called Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This gives you very, 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 very thin coat. Just I use it mainly when I don't want to have anything on, and I applied my sunscreen and I use a mineral sunscreen and it makes me white, and I want to appear less white, so I use the tint. It doesn't cover anything, but it gives me a black canvas that will have the same shade. Next up, we're going to prime the eyes. I have this one from ALA Girl. This is their Pro Primer. I really love it because it comes in a stick and you just apply it like that. Easy breezy and no need for anything specific. I usually go over it with my sponge just to spread it. I do recommend investing and buying eyeshadow primer and not using your concealer on your eyelids, because the concealer on the eyelids will not last all day. If you're using an eyeshadow base, your makeup, your eye makeup at least, will last all day. So it's affordable. LA Girl are very affordable, so you can definitely do and buy and splurge on eyeshadow primer. I highly recommend it. Next up, for concealer, this is the Catrice True Skin 18-hour hydrating concealer. Now again, it depends on your skin type. Okay, if you have something to hide, if you have darkness under your eyes, then you definitely need it. Well, never need, but you should have a concealer. But you don't have to. You can skip it. It will not make everything so unique and so special, and it will not cover everything. You know, just for giving you idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to apply the concealer only on this side. And I'm tapping it with my finger. For this, I find that my fingers are the best, but I do have brushes for this area as well. Now, can you tell where I applied my concealer? Slightly. This one is slightly lighter than this one. It doesn't give such a huge impact. I'm going to do the same on the other side because I am planning to get out of the house today and I want it to look cohesive. But as a starter kit, I think that unless you have very dark spots under your eyes, I think you can ditch the concealer altogether and apply a tiny bit of your foundation also under your eyes. Now this is optional, powder. I'm not going to powder, but this is an optional. If you're very oily, you really need to powder. Powdering will be crucial if you have oily skin. If you have dry skin or combination, I don't recommend applying the powder on places on your face that you're dry on. So if you're if you have dry skin, I don't recommend powder because you will look cakey. If you have combination skin, then please use the powder only on your oily parts. Usually it's the T-zone. I'm not going to apply powder because I'm not really a powder girl. In my age, I tend to use less and less powder. Next up, we'll do the brows. For brows, I have eyebrow pencil. This is from Rimmel. It's just a normal brown eye pencil with a spoolie on one side and relatively thick point on the other side. I'm just going to give my brows, wanted to say lashes, some color so they will appear, because in my lashes, as you could see earlier, I have, well, here I have almost no pigment to my hairs, so I really need to add some color to my brows, and brows can change everything. If you do your brows very, if you are making your brows very bold, you will look different. And if you're making them in some oh, I forgot to show you what I'm using. This is from Essence Lash and Brow. This is clear, or used to be clear. This is an additional step, and I really think that you can use either. If you don't have what was that? If you don't have problem with pigmentation, then you just want something to comb your lashes and give them a bit of volume, then a clear mascara will do the trick, or a colored mascara can also do the trick. But again, if you already have pigments on your eyebrows, then I highly recommend a clear one. I recommend a brow pencil when you need to add some color to your eyebrows. Maybe you have places there on your eyebrows where you don't have a lot of hair, or all the hairs are not pigmented, so use pencil. Both of these are drugstore, very affordable. Okay, for today I chose eyeshadow palette from Colourpop, Making Mauve. This is a cult favorite. This is the eyeshadow palette. It's beautiful, mauve in shades. I do recommend the Colourpop eyeshadow palettes. They have these 9-shade colors, 9-shade pen eyeshadow palettes. They have this mauve, they have Going Coconuts, which is a great neutral palette. I love it. We have Blush Crush, which is also a cult favorite, and these are just really great. So I'm going to, let's just come closer to the camera and grab a clean, let's take a clean brush. I think that will be great to have a clean brush for this. And I'm just going to take from this shade, the names were erased in time, so this one here, no, they're not erased maybe, but they're white on white, white on cream. It's very hard for my tired eyes to see the names. I'm just doing something very, very simple. Now these are $14. They used to be $9. I remember buying mine when these were $9, but inflation, prices went up, COVID, whatever, shipping costs, all of that drove the prices up, and now these cost $14 on the ColourPop website. You can find them also at Ulta if you live in the United States. I highly recommend ColourPop eyeshadow palettes. Usually they have very good quality. Now I'm going to take a flat brush and take the darkest shade, there's only one, this one, and apply it to the outer corners. This is something easy. If I weren't talking, this whole look will take me 5 minutes and change, and I will have change. But because I'm talking and I'm trying to explain, it takes longer. Definitely more than 5 minutes. If you want, there is a 5-minute makeup routine up on my channel, so you can check it out. I don't know why I closed it. Now I'm going to take this shade to apply on my lid. Look at that, this is so creamy and pretty, and I really, really, really love it. Just using my finger, it gives me so much opacity, and look at that. Just swatch it so you can see the swatch. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. Of course, I can choose any other. All the middle row are all shimmers. So you have 6 mattes and 3 shimmers. I highly recommend this palette. I think it's really, really good. Now I need to blend. I really need to blend because I love it to be cohesive. So I'm just taking a blending brush and blending it a bit. Now brushes are also important. So if you want me to do a video about brushes, starter kits for brushes, let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so we did the eyes. I personally do not apply color on my lower lash line because I don't like it. But if you do you. Of course, this is the time to add color to your lower lash line. Now, let's go to apply the bronzer. I have 2 options here, both Drugstore, one from Revolution, one from ColourPop. One of them is a cream, one of them is a powder. So from Revolution, I have Ultra Cream Bronzer in medium. If it will want to open, yeah, this is it. Or I will explain in a minute, this one from ColourPop. This is called Matte Bronzer Silver Strand Beach. Now, why did I mean and or? I usually apply both, but this is just personal preference. If you have dry skin, I highly recommend using only a cream. Creams are great for oily skin, and this one is very, very pigmented. I think that I should have taken the light shade and not the medium, but I have it already. I'm not going to purchase another one. I have so many. But this Revolution cream bronzer is one of the best. I tried, and I mean I tried, not just because it's a drugstore. It's very good. Very, very good. And I use my sponge for that. Of course, the sponge is damp, which is very important because it will do a better job, not because of anything else. When it's damp, it can absorb excess if you apply too much, and it will make everything look smoothless. When it's dry, you will not have this effect. I'm going over now. I'm going to do the powder in a minute. I'm going to go to blushes. I brought two options. One is a cream, one is a powder. This is from ColourPop, Cherry Blossom, Neutral Matte Finish Cream Blush. This is a beautiful pink. So this is the cream, and I also have the powder from Wet n Wild. This is Naked Brown. This is a blush for sure. Okay. What I usually do is, again, apply cream first, and then I will apply the powder. But you should do whatever suits you. You don't have to listen to anyone, and if you want, you can use only cream or only powder. But my recommendation is look at your skin type. If you're dry, you're better off using creams. And you can see I can build it up, and I'm taking it upwards. Cream will not be cakey, will be very natural, will look gorgeous on you. And powders usually tend to dry up the skin. So if you have dry skin, it's less recommended to use powder blushes. But again, you do you. Now I want to go to use the powder bronzer. I'm just taking a big fluffy brush. This is my Sephora 03. And I'm just adding on top of the cream from the powder to set it in place and to give additional color. But this is a very good brush. First time I'm using it, even though I bought it I think a year ago. And I'm going to use also my powder blush. And I'm going to take this Sigma large powder F30 brush. Also, I got it a long time ago. I don't know why I haven't used it. And I'm just adding a bit more blush. As you can see, it looks brown, but it's not brown. It is a blush shade. This is it. It's more of a corally shade. It's definitely not a bronzer. Okay, so you need, according to me, you need one bronzer, one blush. Go for Drugstore. I'll be honest with you, I have both Drugstore and high-end. I don't really think that you need to invest your money on high-end expensive products when you have such good quality products at the drugstore. There are very good companies on the drugstore like Essence and Revolution and Wet n Wild and Colourpop and LA Girl and Elf. You have a lot of options. So you, in my opinion, don't need to waste your money on high end. If you want to pamper yourself, you know, you just want to have what everybody else has on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube because you want to belong to a certain group, maybe. I don't think that it's worth your money, but again, you do what you think is best. You know better than anyone what is best for you. Next up, highlighter. This is Revolution Pink Seduction. This is called Beam Bright. Now, if you love, this is how it looks like when it's open. It's very hard to open, so I don't really like the packaging, but other than that, I think it's a very good product. Where's the brush? Here. If you like a glowy lip, you can ditch the powder blush and take a product like this, which is a pinky leaning highlighter, and it can double as a blush lighter, and you don't need both highlighter and blush. So if you want a highlight, you want to give sparkle to your face, you can settle with this shade of pink or maybe other shades that will give you both blush and highlighter in one product. So it saves you money, and this is affordable and it's a good product. I really enjoy using it. We need to do mascara. I have my Catrice, okay, Glam and Doll. And where's my small mirror? Here. And this is the tip of the mascara. Very easy to apply. Again, because we did not, well, at least I didn't, apply powder under my eyes, it will smudge by the end of the day to beneath your eye. Beneath your eye. What's wrong with me today? I don't know. It's like I forgot how to speak. Catrice is very affordable as well, and they usually have good products. Why I say usually? Because every brand on planet Earth has duds. I never, from my experience, had tried a makeup brand that everything was perfect. Not according to me. So not all brands, not all products of the same brand will be equal. They sometimes have duds, but usually Catrice have good products. Okay, next up for lips, I want to recommend this one. This is from Maybelline. This one is called the Ink Crayon Super Stay. Now this is an old product, but you can still find it in its new packaging. You just change packaging. This is how it looks like. It looks like a lip pencil, but it's bigger. And this one can double as a lip pencil and as a lipstick. Because it has a angled tip, you can see you can apply it to your lips as a lip pencil and easily fill the lips like a lipstick. So it's one product, two uses. Oh, I really like this shade. This is shade number 10. And these, I have them for a few years and still they smell amazing. I have these, I think maybe I have 3 in different shades. Now, if you want extra hydration, this one is not 100% hydration. It's still a bit sticky, a bit, very tiny. If it bothers you, then you can top it with the lip balm. Now, because I have color on my lips, I don't want this one to be colored, so I'm taking with my finger and dabbing. Take a different finger. That way, this will not get dirty and stay white. Okay, before we finish, we need to use some setting spray. This one I love. This is from e.l.f. This is their Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist, up to 16-hour wear. You need to shake it. It has a very, very fine mist to it. I don't know if you can see that. And we need to wait a second for it to dry. Please don't use a setting spray immediately after applying your mascara. Wait for a few minutes for the mascara to dry and then use the setting spray. This is it. This is the starter kit that I'm recommending on, and I think I applied too much bronzer on my neck. Neck, yeah, okay, on my neck. On my forehead, of course. I think I applied too much, and I just want to give another tiny amount of foundation. Sometimes we do that, and especially I do that when I'm speaking and I'm not paying 100% attention to what I do. Okay, so this is the look. Now, according to me, the starter kit for beginners, there are products here that you don't need, but I'm going to share with you what I think that you need, 100% need. Again, according to me, you can disagree. Let me know if you disagree in the comment below. I really think that you need eyeshadow base. I think that it is more important than concealer, because it will help to elongate your eye look, and it helps the shadows to stick on your lid as well. Foundation or tinted moisturizer, depending on your needs. We already covered that, I'm not going to repeat it. Again, concealer only if you need. If you don't have dark circles, maybe for blemishes, and you know, to cover blemishes, maybe. But I'm going to say something that I haven't said before, that I think can be helpful. Instead of foundation and instead of tinted moisturizer, go with concealer. Just use the concealer on specific area on your face that you want to cover. That, of course, if you don't want to have if you don't want to have medium coverage and more, then you can definitely double the concealer and buy only concealer. I forgot to say that at the beginning. Powder, I think only if you have oily skin. Again, for bronzer or blush, I recommend cream if you have dry skin or combination skin, and powder if you have oily skin. Again, same with the blush, dry skin or combination skin, and powder for our oily girls. You can definitely double the highlighter as a blush. Instead of using a powder blush, you can double a highlighting blush in a pinky shade. In my opinion, you know, if you want a glowy cheek, then that can definitely be enough. Eyeshadow palette, you definitely don't have to. It's not a must in your starter kit. You can definitely use your bronzer, your cream bronzer, or your powder bronzer and your powdered blush or highlighter as an eyeshadow. It's not a must. I do want you to have a lip balm in your starter kit because it will give hydration to your lip, which is very important. Mascara. Don't skip mascara. Mascara, I think, is one of the most important things. And something for the lips. Some color if you want. If you don't want, you can just settle with the lip balm. So the must, in my opinion, eyeshadow base. Oh, brows. Of course, I forgot to mention the brows. Brows. Bronzer. Or bronzer and highlighting blush. And then you can skip the blush. Lip balm and mascara. Everything else is an addition to your starter kit later on. But just to start, what I just said will be enough. Okay, I'm rambling and talking too much. So this is the final look. I love a blush which is blushy. Maybe you don't. You can, you know, do whatever is good for you. I love it like this. This is my personal preferences. And let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Join my family here on YouTube. I talked a lot about makeup and a lot about mature skin. And if that sounds interesting, then please subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And with that said, I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.